Hello everybody. Welcome in. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a little bit of DCS target practice tonight in my cockpit I've made over here. Sorry if this is loud. Let me know volume-wise how I can change it so the engines aren't absolutely obnoxious. They're gonna get a little bit loud, and you want to be able to hear some of the game volume, but obviously I don't want it to be crazy loud for you guys. And this being the first stream, I'd love any input you might have. Alrighty. Hey, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and call Gudada to get clearance to take off. So I hope you guys are able to see decently well. I've kind of rigged up this camera super sketchily. Connell, welcome in. Redline Edits, welcome in. Hey guys, dude, it's so good to see you guys. Welcome back in. It's been so long. I have, what was I saying? I've kind of rigged it up with duct tape with, like a mic stand. It's kind of sketchy, but it'll work for now. Until I figure something else out. I want to get something that like puts it right overhead. That way you can see the inside of the cockpit pretty well, and the right side looks pretty good. Oh yeah, man, absolutely. I do remember you, Jay's edits. Absolutely, dude. Thank you for coming back in. I appreciate it. It's good to see you back. All right, parking brake. I've been hard at work on this cockpit, and this is basically all I've been doing. I apologize for not streaming very much, but I'm hoping that I can get back in somewhat of a rhythm. Maybe not necessarily as much as I did, but I will see. We'll see. We'll see where life takes us. I've been busy. I've been doing I've been actually getting my certificate in music instrument repair. It's been sweet. I'm bringing the wings out real quick. All right, wings are out. Let's go ahead and taxi. Oh, I'm gonna set my barometric pressure to 8.5. Let me know volume. How's it going? Sweet, thank you, man. I appreciate it, Colin. I appreciate all the input. It looks pretty this morning. We've got a nice sunrise going. In game, it's like 6:45 in the morning, or 5:45. Yeah, 5:45 in the morning. But I love a good sunrise in DCS. It should clear up a little bit and make it a little bit brighter. And we're gonna start with a little air-to-air stuff, fight some baddies, and hopefully not immediately blow up, though it is a high likelihood. Hey, Pixby, welcome back. Thank you, appreciate it. Annika, thank you guys, welcome back in. Alrighty, let's get taxied over to the runway. Oh, that's 6.4, not 6.5 on the barometer. There we go, that's 6.5. That's my barometric pressure I'm setting just to make sure that when this says 0, I'm actually at 0 feet off the ground for the runway. And that's going to be only set for the runway, so if it's, over the mountains or whatever, it might say 4,000 feet, but I'm actually like, 2 feet above the ground. So it's not super helpful in the mountains. That's where sometimes the radar altimeter can be helpful, but if you're dogfighting in the mountains, you kind of just got to eyeball it, honestly. Let's go ahead and ask for clearance to take off. Now they're at the hold short. This is the F-14. I have modeled this cockpit after the F-14. This is what I've been learning. I've got about 500 hours in the plane so far. I've been building this thing for, like probably the past year-ish. Maybe not quite that long. I've got a bunch of pictures I can show you guys, though. Let me get this up in the air, get some autopilot switched on, and I'll transition over to a slideshow so I can show you guys just a couple of pictures of it. It's not like 20 minutes or anything, trust me, it's like 6 pictures, but like, that way you guys can see a little bit of the progression of some things. Alright, wings are forward. Close that. Master reset, which turns off those lights. Go ahead and put the wings in auto. Brakes are off. Flaps are down and maneuvering because we're on the ground. Brakes are set. I can keep the nose wheel steering on. Carrier mode. Hooks up. Oxygen on. Let's go ahead and throttle up to mill power. Ooh, that's a little hot. There we go. Also, one of my new additions. My favorite plane, it's gotta be the F-14, man. It's gotta be. And it's not just because of Top Gun. I'll definitely say that. The main reason that I love the F-14 is because of its versatility. You know what I mean? And I'm able to do dogfighting stuff. I'm able to do air-to-ground, air-to-air, long-range intercept. It's got a ton of fuel on board, so I can kind of just keep fighting. Alright. Yeah. And it's a beautiful plane. Flies great. It's a little bit older, so it feels a little bit more like you're connected to the mechanics of it. There's no fly-by-wire system, so you're actually having to learn how it handles weirdly. Like if you put a ton of AOA on the plane and try to roll, it will occasionally just decide to depart flight and roll the other direction. And that time I got lucky because I was at the right speed. But if you put too much AOA on the jet and you try to roll, it'll give you some adverse roll. Not fun. But it's a lot of it's a beautiful jet. It's a lot of fun. It's obviously a two-person jet, so I always appreciate having a Rio. Annika, the best Rio out there. She's been learning to Rio for me. It's been a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get air-to-air mode set. Level the wings out real quick. I don't want to hit that mountain. Let's gain a little bit of altitude, shall we? At like 3,000 feet still. Let's go up to like Angels 10 or something like that. Watch it spin up. It's not very trimmed. Ooh, little AAA. Oh yeah, there's a SAM site over at well, there's a couple SAM sites on this map. This is just my target practice map, so I've got a couple different enemies, a couple, you love the F-15? Dude, the F-15 is amazing. It has so many armaments on it. It's a beautiful jet as well. I do not blame you for that being your favorite, because it is a top-tier jet, man. But, like, I've also gotten to enjoy a lot of the history and delve into the manuals and the people's accounts of flying the jet and the elusiveness because you can't fly it these days and you can't find people that have, you know, parts to them or anything. It's illegal to have parts or sell parts to the F-14. It feels a little bit more like a, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just I particularly love the plane. Let's turn on that autopilot and there we go. And that should be set. Make sure I don't speed up too much. Make sure I don't fall out of the sky. Alright, fabulous. I'll Alt-Tab over. Ignore the splurge of text. That's going to be the caution light panel. Basically, it's a serial port, and it connects through that, and it's yours is best. No, you're absolutely the best. Absolutely the best, Rio. So, this is Bravo. There's a couple better pictures of the plane for you. So, this is Bravo sitting in the seat. This is my buddy. He's almost a year old. He turns a year old in 8 days. He turns a year old on September 11th. Yes, he's looking beautiful. This is some of the greebling that I did to the ejection seat. So I added some of the like design and texture of the ejection seat just using 3D printed parts and everything. The ejection handle does work great. You can see some of my instrument panel and everything in the soft focus in the background. I 3D printed my own rudder pedals. Yes, those are the F-16 rudder pedals, but hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Those are the ones that I could find, and they were the best ones. These are a remix of the Cadet pedals that you can find on Thingiverse. They're absolutely fabulous, and I have, after a bit of modifications, getting some better springs on them, they've served me fabulously. I've loved them. That was when it was a little bit further back, when I didn't have the seat made, and the seat was a little bit more reclined. I didn't have the sidewall made and everything. This is a little bit later. This is a very recent picture, so you can get a better idea of with the floor installed and everything mounted to the floor, and the new monitor and the sidewall and everything. Bravo again, looking beautiful. That's the seat mat, this new inclusion that I've added to the cockpit. It's like got 8 motors in it, so it rumbles under my butt. It's fabulous. It adds like so much more immersion to like when I'm pulling G's. It's so fun. Some 3D printed elements here and here. I'm going for a handwritten vibe with it. It was definitely a budget constraint, but also I think I've started to grow to love it. It's become a passion project of mine. It's become something I love. What's the brand of the flight stick? This is just an X56. Yeah, hi buddy. Bravo's up here with me right now. I honestly can't tell what y'all can see. I think you guys can see him, but he's up here with me right now. Who's a good boy? But as long as you don't start chewing on that wire, we're doing great. It's an X56. Everyone, there's a good shot with the new exterior wall that I put on it, and the new seat and everything. And the lighting and everything. It's looking pretty good in that picture. Yeah, and there you go. So that's basically a little bit of the progression of how this has gone together. If you want any more details of it, feel free to ask. I can tell you some more stuff. It's got the base of it is an Acres Barn sim pit, so it's basically like slotted pieces that go together. Instead of it being something that's screwed together or glued together, it's just like slotted. So it's great for since I cut all these pieces and then moved into a new apartment. I had to move all this stuff up multiple flights of stairs and stuff, and I'm going to have to move it out again. This will be able to break down into multiple elements. So trust me, this isn't in its final form. You'll see it when it's looking way cooler, but this is a good, you know, this is a good introduction to what it has become and what it will be, because there'll be a new side on the left side and everything. This will be fleshed out like the right side, but at the moment, this is where we've come. I've got leather on this right inner wall and everything. What's that? What you saying? What are you saying, Annika? You yapping about me? She talking crap about me, you guys? I think she's talking crap. Nah, it's all good. Alright, let's phone in some enemies. Fence in. Probably because I gotta cool off these missiles. Yep, you can hear it spooling up. Well, spooling down. That's hard to tell because, temperature and whatnot. Alright. Turn off all these lights. I don't need all these lights. I don't have every single switch in here. The dials over here, I need to get these set eventually. Bravo, yes. Yes, no, he absolutely is an attention hog. Like, no questions about it. He is got to be always in frame. If I'm on FaceTime with Annika, he's in frame. If I'm, apparently if I'm streaming, he's got to be in frame too, he always wants to know what's going on. Alright, let's spawn in an enemy. Let's go with an AJ. Let's go into F-18 guns only. I'm gonna go with a dogfight. This will be fun. Alright, Jester, work your magic. He's on our 3 o'clock. This is gonna be fun. I'm a little bit slow. He better not be close. Jester, where do you see him? He went off RWR. Where'd he go? He's not on my radar. Let me trim for this. Where'd he go? Yeah, good idea. Go to wide scan mode. Whoa, my head tracking freaked out there for a second. He'll see him here in a second. I wonder if we're in the radar notch is a large issue with this plane. You always got to be watching out for being within 100 knots of your opponent's speed, because if you're near that and they turn a certain way, they're gone. You can't see them on radar. So it's a real challenge. Okay, 2 o'clock. I really hope I'll be able to see him. Oh, there he is. Alright. 25 miles, it looks like. Yep. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lob a Fox 3 at him. Sorry, this is what I'm seeing down here. There we go. 23 miles. Fox 3. This will probably go Pitbull. 22 miles. Alright, no, this is going to loft. Alright, well, it's not going to loft for very long because he's really close, and he's probably going to dodge it. Let's go ahead and switch to TV mode. I don't know if I should lock him because I don't want to trash that missile. Dude, I 100% agree with you. The F-14B is 100% underrated. And I feel like for some people it's overhyped or underrated, or it falls that fine line. All right, sweet, it went Pitbull. It falls that fine line between people that think, "Oh, okay, well, people just like this because of Top Gun," or it falls that line of, "Well, there are better things out there and this has its limitations and can be more challenging to fly." And in my mind, that can be more fun. All right, he's still off the nose. 7 seconds to impact. It's holding that 7 seconds. He might have trashed it. 6 miles. Go ahead and STT him. Don't shoot. I lost it. There we go. ACM. My radar. 5 miles. Dirt on our 6. What do you mean? No, it's this guy that I'm worried about. This is the F-18, dude. Pipe down, Jester. Get him on the merge. Now, oh, I hit him in the merge. Is he gonna blow up? I hit him in the merge. He's got an engine failure. Woo. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where's the smoke? 12 o'clock high. Yeah, I know. He should be right around here. Where'd he go? What the heck? Did he roll in? Where'd he go? What the heck? Dude, it's so easy to lose tally in this game. 10 o'clock. What are you? Okay. That's epic, Jester, but could you tell me where he is? 1 o'clock high. Huh? Is he like up in my canopy boat and I just can't see him? I don't see. I do not see this dude. I Thank heavens this dude isn't fighting me because I would not be alive right now because I have lost tally. This is why it's a two-person plane. Alright, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Oh, okay, 10 o'clock even. Let me go ahead and go over here. Because if I get low, on his 6, sweet. I like that. Jester, you're just guiding me in because I don't know where he's at. Alright, I'm going to hit this mountain if I don't pull up, Jester. 3 o'clock. There he is. How have I not been able to see him at all until ACM got him? That's so annoying. Alright, come here, buddy. I think he's running away. But he's not getting away because I'm pretty sure, is down at least one engine. Oh, he's losing altitude. Why is his AOA so high? What's he doing? Jester, you're going to need to pipe down. Jester, I'm going to turn you down. Alright, there we go. Now it'll be a little bit less of... Okay, no, he's still obnoxious. I wonder if this, Come here. Sir, what are you doing? Whoa! Whoa, no! No! That's so tragic. No! I clipped him. I totally thought he would roll in. Oh, that's so tragic. I should have learned my lesson. But you know what we're going to do instead is we're going to do some air-to-ground GPU 10s. But let me make sure I reset the cockpit to the ground state. Oh, that's so loud. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. That was so obnoxiously loud. That did not go as planned. Do you think I will do Wii Sports streams? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm going to do a little bit of stuff on the desktop. I got a new PC, so I've been getting back into doing some more PC games, more stuff that isn't just Mac, things that I could have done them on the Mac, because I was limited to that for so long that it limited what I was capable of, and now that I'm capable of doing just regular Windows games, I think that's probably something you'll see in the future. But this has been my passion project, and this has been my baby for like a while now, and I've spent probably, like I said, almost 500 hours in this thing, and I plan on spending far more. This is only the beginning. Jester he is the most obnoxious. I can't stand Jester, but I can't get this potentiometer to work. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, he was just yelling in my ear some other way then. You don't want the pilot body. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and fence it on the ground because I do not need to worry about that being in the air because I'm not going to... There's a still dead trigger when you're on the ground. It doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and pull the wings forward because it's not like I'm on a carrier or anything. It's not like I'm going to hit anybody. It's kind of a ghost town here tonight. There we go. And then clear these lights. Love it. This caution light panel is beautiful. It works for... Well, it works for everything. Of course it does. But it works so well in being able to display all the things and feel like you're in the plane, right? Anything that lights up in here really connects you with what's going on in the plane. Something that I need to do relatively soon is set up the white floodlight, one, to be less obnoxiously bright. Sorry about that. With having... I'm going to at least turn off Master Arm while I'm on the ground, though, because it sketches me out. With having some shutters on there, that way I can dim out the light a little bit, and maybe I can even hook it into the switch, and that way I can have it all set up so that it all is integrated and connected. I think that would be sweet. Alright, I can bring my maneuvering flaps down. And they cleared. A parking brake would be helpful. Go ahead and taxi on over to 3-3. Oh, wing sweep needs to be an auto. It was in manual. 16,000 pounds. I think I have 2 GBU-10s and 2 TALDs on board. Let's check with Jester. Yeah, okay, 2 GBU-10s and 2 TALDs, because this is the air-to-ground. So my specific objective for this starting mission, or, you know, at least this sortie, is I'm going to go over to this destroyer I know is just east of checkpoint 2, or waypoint 2, over to the east of me. So if I can go ahead and get Jester to cycle over to waypoint 2 for me. There we go. Basically, straight that direction. And a little bit to the south. But that is going to be where the targets are, and hopefully that destroyer doesn't immediately shoot me down. Last time I tried to get him, he shot me down pretty quickly, but he also was using what I think was an infrared missile. It's hard to tell. I wasn't getting the missile RWR sound, which made me think it was infrared, but he was definitely locking me with some sort of radar, so I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to find out. It's going to be fun. Alright, barometric pressure to 8.5. Pull up this menu. Skirt! Alrighty. Let's do this. Line up all nice and good. This plane is always deceivingly long. Like whenever you eject on the ground and walk around it, you're like, man, this plane is actually pretty dang big. Like, it's a big plane compared to like something like the F-16, which is barely has room for the cockpit, barely has room for the pilot. You know what I mean? It's basically just motor and gun, and then just a little bit of room for the pilot. Oop, that's burner. Alright, well, we don't want to be in burner. I'll keep nose wheel steering on for the first 100 knots. Make sure that my brakes aren't set. That would suck. Anti-skid on when you're trying to take off. That'd probably be pretty frustrating. Rotate at like 160 because I'm pretty light, and I'm just going to do a real delicate takeoff right here. Real nice and gentle takeoff. We're going to skim the rooftops over here. We're going to get going real fast. The question is, will we maintain positive rate of climb? Woo, barely. I put the wings back in bomb mode to do that, and that was, I'll tell you what, that was a little bit sketchy. Alright, let's roll up to a decent altitude. That way we've got a little bit of the advantage on them. Switch to air to ground mode. I'm already fenced in, except master arm, which I might as well keep off until we get closer to waypoint 2 at least. I turned that destroyer's engagement distance down to 50%. Hopefully that doesn't mean that it's just a guaranteed kill. Hopefully that means that, you know, he only engages me from 50% of the distance that he used to. What I mean is I don't know how they determine a kill for one of these missiles. I don't know if it's just if you're close, you know, within a certain distance, it's like too bad, so sad, or if you still have a chance because, you know, it took them longer to lock you up, or it's a less quality lock or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Laser armed? Sweet. Let's go ahead and get these TALD selected, because I'm sure we're going to need those first. It's pretty. Gotta love it. Hey man, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna try to get all these Russians. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna get all these Red 4. Hopefully they don't shoot me down first. Alright, Q mode, waypoint 2. At least point us in the right direction. I don't think we'll be able to get exactly it, but I think it's past. Yeah, okay, so that's waypoint 2 is right here at this airport. So then I think what we're going for next is going to be in this little cut in spot right here. This little swoop, swoop. You know what I mean? This little C shape. I don't know how to say it any better than this. Usually when there's a protrusion bit from the side, I call it a dong. I'll be honest. Like a peninsula, maybe, but is it too small to be a peninsula? Probably. Alrighty, let's get eyes on if we can, because that would be beneficial. I really don't want to have to use the map. Having the radar on might be helpful, though. So I used to have C set, the button C set to get rid of the stick on the screen so that you could see the screen a bit better, because in the real plane and in real life, I'm fighting to see it. And so I'd like to just not fight it, even though it's probably more realistic to have to look around it, but it's annoying. And so I used to have it set to C. Now C does my canopy, and the number of times I've forgotten that is, let's just say, more than once. I have ejected my canopy and then been like, oh, it's too loud. It's too loud. Because it's always, okay, well, I think I'm getting RWR from over here, but it's always too loud when I do that. It's always a poor decision. Oh, there it is. Hey, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and, honestly, I might lob one of these, get a little bit more altitude, a little bit more speed. Pop one this way before he locks us, and then another one when he does. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. There it is. Okay, well, a little bit late. It's all right. Let's see how this goes. Search for ships. Q eyeballs. Okay, that's annoying. Let's go away from that. That's a radar. Oh, okay, we defeated it. Oh, did it get on the... I wonder if I got the town. Ha ha ha, the town saved my butt. Okay, good. Then I can get Q lock on... Visual lock on the... There he is. On the carrier. Whoa, I'm gonna fall out of the sky if I do that. Okay, that is obnoxiously loud, and I can hardly see him. It's right on the edge of my vision. Pipe down. Oh, I gotta turn around. He's still locking me. Let's get a visual lock on the carrier. That way he can search for the ship. And then search for target ships. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Gotta skedaddle. Time to leave. We're gonna be fine. We just need to leave. No, the open air experience is a little too much for me. Thank goodness that I didn't put in a little vent. Whoa, I can see it behind me. Oh no. I don't like it. Okay, I gotta speed up and get some altitude, because that's a good way to get it away from me, I think. Hopefully. I don't like seeing the smoke trail going straight through my butt. It's definitely actively locking me. I'm going to turn that down even more, because that's really obnoxious. But hopefully Jester can get a better lock. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm going to roll back in to the ground and try to knock off that lock. I feel like I'm going to get hit by a missile very shortly if I don't roll into the ground. Gotta get out of there. Alright. Alright. Whew. I feel a bit better now. Get a little bit closer to the ground. Jester's not gonna like this one bit. Get right off the nose. Make sure I select the GBUs. Find it on the nose. I think I see it off the 10 o'clock. Head control, cue eyeballs. Oh, there it is, there it is. Got it. What the heck? Why can't he seem to see it? This fool, he can't seem to find it. Q mode, Q HUD. Search for ships active. There we go. Got a good lock. Whew. Alright, hopefully he doesn't fire another one at us. Okay. That was amazing timing. That was amazing timing. Alrighty, time to skedaddle. Alrighty, yeah. Alright, sorry man. You know, one of these days he's gonna run out of those. We're gonna be able to just get him. What do you think the altitude is, of the max altitude of those stingers? Think I could get up to like 30,000 feet and dodge those stingers? I'm just burning so much fuel going back and forth like this. I'm gonna pull it back to idle and just kind of chill here. Yeah, no, I know I'm low. Alright. Doing pretty good. Alright. Is AWACS still in the air? I'd love if I could get AWACS to give me a bit of a picture every once in a while. Will he tell me the destroyer that I'm engaging? Nope, only air targets. You know what? That's kind of fair. There's gonna be another one, I guarantee it. Well, we've got it locked at least. At least I can just go right back to this. Whoa, that's a tree! And that, boys, is why I drive slow. That there in the middle of the road, yeah, that's a moose. Alright, let's try this. I'm doing my best. Alright, let's get up real high. I know he's locking us. We're gonna get him. 60 seconds out to release. 4,000 feet. Is there a stinger in it? I don't see smoke. I'm gonna look visually. I don't trust it. I see smoke. I see so much smoke. I don't like it. There we go. Back to the land. Oh, that's the missile right there. I could see the missile on the screen, you guys. I don't know if the bitrate was good enough for that, but I could see the missile on the screen. It was no longer burning anymore. I could see the smoke trail behind it, but I could still see the missile, dude. That was crazy. It's better not fire again. Inevitably, he's gonna fire again, right? Can't see because of this, because of the cloud. What? Not another one. I can see that one on the screen this time. Yep, there it goes turning. Ugh. I don't want the missile. This is so obnoxious. I feel like this threat. Oh, I got hit! Eject! Jester, get us out! Jester, get us out! We got hit! Jester, get us out! I don't think he's gonna get us out. You know who always gets us out? Annika always gets us out. You know what would be also awesome is if I could set up my red lighting, my red flood lighting, to be when something like that happens, or when I turn off the flood lighting in game, it turns it off in the, oh no, not leave server, select role. There we go. It turns it off in the cockpit. I think that would be even better immersion. Similar to how the A10 cockpit guy does it. He has position lights and everything on the edges of his cockpit, and he's got all the floodlights that are similar to the ones in game. And he's used some extremely high quality parts and some extremely high quality files and materials for the project. I've definitely gone with a more budget build, but this one is a little bit more budget friendly than something like that would be. But you know, end goal, it can always be the aspiring dream for me. I think I'm gonna slowly add more parts and see where I can go to slightly upgrade things as we go. And you'll be able to guys, we'll be able to be along for the ride and enjoy all the new things that I add as I go. I do think we should try some air-to-air, because that destroyer is really going to be a pest. I don't think we're going to be able to get him alone. I think if I had either one, okay, well, my wings are not going back, or not going out together, so that's alarming. If I had an actual Rio, I'd be able to get that a little bit better. Or if I had a wingman, like a second pilot, that would also work. Either way, I need somebody else to be able to get those guys, because otherwise that guy is going to be too much of a nuisance. Gudada, here I come for a third time. He's like, man, I swear I've heard this guy take off and not ever land. This dude is either not making it off the ground or not making it back. I don't know what's happening. The same guy keeps asking me to take off multiple times. Must be hearing a ghost or something. Alright, air to air though. This will be fun. It's not going to go as poorly as the last time did. You know what's hilarious is I do think it counts as a kill for both him and me when we ran into each other. I mean, he had theoretically already aborted mission, and so was it probably a war crime for me to continue to pursue? Maybe. Maybe. Well, we don't worry about that. We don't worry about that. It's fine. Jester can deal. Jester's fine. Jester can deal. Jester's completely fine. I'm sorry, Jester, if you don't like it, but Jester, you say mean things to me when I miss the carrier. You say mean things to me when I miss the carrier. He's like, almost opened the canopy there. And I'm like, Jester, shush, man. You know I missed it. It's going to take me another 7 minutes to get back around. I would not like to be patronized while I'm going back around. Thank you very much, sir. But it's a little bit funny. Just a little bit funny. I enjoy it. I secretly enjoy it. Because it adds life to the plane. It adds character. If it was nobody talking back to me from the backseat, and it was just a two-person plane that I had to thumb through a menu, but there was nobody that gave voice lines, you know, it wouldn't be nearly as fun as it is. It adds so much more life to the plane to have another person back there, even if it's a well-implemented UI system, not necessarily a real person. Either way, it works great for me. I'm gonna double check the OBS stream just to make sure that it looks like it's still squared up decently well. Yeah, you guys still have a good view. Sweet. Okay, good. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's go ahead and take off. Maneuvering flaps are good. Throttles are good. Fuel's 20. Yeah. There, 51. Transmit, receive, pilot. Yeah. Turn up my. There we go. Okay, I'm kind of scooting down the runway already. Oh, it just got a little bit brighter. Alright, 100 knots. I'll do a more standard takeoff this time. More legitimate takeoff. hold 10 degrees, and just kind of do. What is that, fire? What is that? Oh, it's just the orange of that building. But dude, that orange building shining off the sun totally looked like some sort of fire or something. It was hard to tell. Also, I keep seeing the reflection off of this off of my kneeboard strap, because it's got a clear strap that holds my phone down, and I keep thinking that it's a caution light because it's reflecting the red floodlights. I'm like, oh no, I've got a warning. Nah. I'm just a silly goose. It's all good though. Alright, air to air. Let's spawn in. Let's make sure that we're fenced in first. Sweet. Let's spawn in. Let's spawn in a Mirage. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. That is going to be my bag, you guys. Oh, shoot. Okay, I have no idea who he was, where he is. This is going to be real fun. AWACS, you're going to have to guide me to him because I clicked the wrong one and I have no earthly idea where he is. This is going to be adventurous. Okay. Pop up single group. Bullseye 309 for 100. I don't know where Bullseye is at 9,000 feet. Okay, maybe it's at waypoint 2. Maybe he's over by waypoint 2. I don't remember where I put Bullseye. Oh, Bra 313. There we go. Thank you. At 11. Whoa, no. He's right behind me. Or someone. Is it 2? Is it 1? I have no. It's single group. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're all right. Again, that strap got me. Strap made me think that it was caution light. Alright, 313 is going to be a little bit to the right of this. Whoa, there he is. It's on my radar. I lost him. Hopefully I'll pick him up again. He was almost within 20 miles. He was like right on the edge, so I don't think I can pick him up at ACM yet, because it only reaches out to 15 in horizontal mode. Oh, that thumping you hear is because I'm right on the edge of Afterburner. Oh, that's just the destroyer behind me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try to lock him up in ACM mode by radar. Just kind of sweep the sky. There he is. 10 mile. I'm glad I did. Go ahead and switch to the camera. This is within Fox 1 range, so I'm going to go ahead and Fox 1. Because I have no idea if this guy is going to engage or what he's going to do. 11 miles, 9,000 feet. He's turning. It looks like a SU-30, maybe an SU-27. Yeah. He's going. He's running. Alright. Let's speed up to him. He's not as fast as that missile is. Maybe. He's a little bit faster than me. Come on, man. I've got a lot of fuel on board. Slow down, man. Wait up. I'm trying to speed up. 10 miles out. How many times has Jester yelled at you today? He ejected on me once earlier today already. He's a real nuisance. I'll tell you that. He yells at me probably like 6 or 7 times a flight. It's too many to count, is what I'll be honest. Is the real answer. He might have trashed that missile. Good on him. We were real close, and he still trashed that missile. I am going 650 knots. I am cooking it. Oh, hey, I just kept the seat off from when I was falling from the sky. I'll turn that back on. There we go. I was curious. I was like, something doesn't feel right. Something is strange. Okay. Just a little bit closer now. It's really low. He's at like 200 feet. And 190 feet. 160 feet. It's going to hit the ground. 120 feet. 100 feet. 100 feet. What is this goofball doing? Here, I'm going to go get him. He's running away for sure, but I mean, he's only barely getting away. Cause now I'm catching up. Now I'm at 9.9. The left side of our HUD is closing rate, so this is 0, and I'm closing on him a little bit. This is negative 200 knots, positive 200, 400. So there you go. and the 10 is 1,000 knots. And this is how far away he is. And this is all the information a little bit better. I've got range right here, altitude right here. He's gained a little bit more altitude now. He's trying to burn off all my fuel. I think he's trying to burn off all my fuel or something. It's working. I'm chasing him. I'm catching up on him. I'm at 9.4, 9.3 now. He's about to catch a Sidewinder. No, I wonder if Phoenix could catch up to him, though. I'm kind of curious. Probably not. Probably wouldn't be able to pull enough lead, I don't think. It's kind of worth a shot. I'm going to try it. Fox 3, Fox 3. Is it going to go straight? Yup. Whoop. He doesn't like it. He's turning. He's falling. He's doing something. That's too bright for in-game, but it's... Oh, it turned. Alright, well, he's closing on me now. He's trying to notch it, I think. 5 miles. Splash. Haha, splash. Right at the merge. And it was an SU-27. Look at that. Alrighty, and I only burned 5,000 pounds of fuel. Well, that's fine. Taxpayers won't mind too much. Sent 2 missiles. Psh, that's fine. Honestly, there have been more elusive bandits that I've fought. Either I have not great weapons employment, or some of these AI can just defend, like, insanely well. And I think it's the latter. I think. I'm not 100%. I could also just not be as well-versed as I think that I am. I'm always willing to get more information from anyone that can point me in the right direction, you know? If y'all think you've seen anything that I might not have seen, or you might have a manual, I'd love to read it. Because, dude, I feel like I've read so many things that say the same thing, and I'm just hoping that it's not all there is to know, you know? Because sometimes I feel like I'll shoot a Fox 3, and if it's over 60 seconds out, it is, like, almost guaranteed that it won't hit. And it's hard to tell if that's just a reaction time thing for them, that they can just turn around and go the other way, or if it's that, you know, I suck at getting the right missile employment mode, or in the right range, or at the right aspect or something. I'm just not entirely sure how that has to work, because it feels like some of these parameters are a lot looser than I thought they were. Because some of them, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, it's, you know, it's blinking as I'm in the kill range of the Phoenix. I can go ahead and send one. And then most times they're just like, nope, turn around and go the other way. And I'm like, what? I don't want to turn off the AI, because that feels like cheating, you know? I want to have a bit of a fight, but then at the same time, they trash almost every single missile. Let's go ahead and do an F-86. The only reason that they didn't trash that Phoenix just now was because it was an active Phoenix. Definitely not using... No, it's definitely a little bit of user error. I'll guarantee that it's user error. Hey, there we go. I already got him on radar. Sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and lock that dude up. Alright, 48 miles. Alright, you know what? Just for the heck of it, let's just... well, we lost it. I was going to say let's go ahead and send one at 48 miles, but I think we're within the notch for him, because we're going 250 knots. F-86s probably aren't going all that quick. If I get up to like 400, we should be good. Still don't see him, though. Still don't see him on radar. Oh, there he is. Can just about see him on radar. Lock him up for me, Jester. Nope, lost it. Alright, come on, get that picture again, Jester. There he is. Blinking. And Bandit, 12,000. Alright, so we've got a little bit of an altitude advantage. Woo, I can turn up my brightness now that it's gotten a little bit brighter outside. Alright, Fox 3, 42 miles, 12,000. Angels, 12,000. Whatever, Angels, 12. You know what I mean. Alright, it's gonna loft. There we go. This is an AIM-54C Mark 47 Yeah, C model, but it's the 47, not the 60. So I think technically that means the C model goes to last known location instead of just being entirely trashed. Why is it turning so hard? He's over here. I was just following the missile. Oh yeah, he's going in that direction. That's fair. Did we lose him? Oh, no. He's just Jester changed the range of it and spooked me. 32 miles. 62 seconds out. See, that feels like it's too far. That feels like I'm going to miss. I'm worried. I'm nervous. 63 seconds. Yeah, I feel like it's going to miss. I have no idea. I guess we'll see. He's turned. He's going the other direction now. 76 seconds. Now he's entirely trashed it. How has he trashed it already? Alright. Fox 3, 30 miles. I said Fox 3. Alright. It's not going to want to send another one. That's epic. Lock him up and lost him. Nice. Alright. How does that happen, Jester? Why does that happen? Do you need a pulse STTM? We lost that for sure, so let's go ahead and try to get him again. He's blinking, so he's within weapons employment. Whoa, that freaks out every time. Weapons employment zone 24 miles, Angels 12. Fox 3. There it goes. Probably loft, maybe loft. Yeah. Bye-bye. Alright. 45 seconds out. We'll see if this hits. I really hope it does. And I think after this, we're going to do a carrier landing. I've got the carrier out over the water. I've still got a good amount of fuel, so I'll be able to get over there. Maybe a dogfight or two. Hey, it went pitbull. We've got a chance of it hitting. I would love if he could change the TID range. That would be awesome. But I don't know if he can while we're tracking it in. TID range. Where is it? Whatever, man. 21 seconds. Yeah, he's trashed the missile again. Well, at least it's pitbull, so it's got a chance. It's on. When I say that, it means it's using its own radar seeker instead of mine. Where is this dude? This fool. Where is this fool? Hey, there he is. It's like I knew he's out there somewhere. I'm catching up to him. Gonna get him. Alright, 10 miles. I think I'm gonna try to dogfight a turn fighter, and I'm gonna try to dogfight a saber. It's gonna go great. Last time I tried to dogfight one of these bad boys, they just can out-turn me every single time because they can turn real slow compared to me, which is fascinating because I feel like I have so much wing compared to them. They're just so small compared to an F-14. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Coming into the merge. Continue this two-circle. Probably. Yep. Nice. Woo! But now he's got me real slow right where he wants me. Did I hit him? No, no, no. I think he's just burning his engine. Sure does look like he's hit though. Right at 350, right where I want to be. Come on, get a lock. Got a lock. Whoa, I'm gonna hit the ground. You got me good. You got me good. Oh, that's 9 G's. Ugh. That was a good one, Saber. My character did not appreciate that. This dude is crafty. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. He's gonna try to get me to overshoot. He realizes what's happening. There's a little bit of damage. Cause he's not. He was just flying along like it was just a happy old cruise. He wasn't in the middle of a dogfight getting pursued. Silly dude. What you doing, man? So I definitely didn't hit him that first fight because it'll give me a message when I do. I can't see because of the stupid sun. Ah, the sun. I better not hit the ground. I don't want to lose tally of him. Turn down the brightness a little bit. Come on, come on. 2,500 feet. Whoa, he jinked him. Nice, good jink. Don't make me hit the ground. No, I will go just as slow as you, dude. There it is. He's falling in now. Splash 1. Woo! It only cost me so many bullets. I only have 380 bullets left. Hi-yi-yi. Alright, was there any squirrely fella? Yeah, no kidding, right? That dude was fun. That dude was tricky. Or maybe I need to pay more attention to the ground when I'm flying in dogfights. I think that's part of it. Alright, 380 bullets is enough to do one more dogfight. I've got 10,000 pounds of fuel. Let me spawn in. Ooh, an F-14A could be fun. I don't know why it's in the list twice. Alright. Now let's also make sure that we... Oh. 353 for 22. 10,000. Woo, let's not fall out of the sky. Why am I going so slow? What am I thinking? Let's go ahead and get into within visual range and drop those drop those fuel bags. Because I don't need them. There we go. There they go. Alright. Let's go ahead and see. Because I have no idea. I think this dude has missiles, so I need to watch out for that. I did not hear what AWACS just said. That's going to be a problem. Hope he's not close. Last I heard was 10,000. I think he said 11, so I think he's close. I ought to change to... There he is. Got him. Yeah, he is close. He's up high, though. 25,000 feet. Get a camera. Make sure that's him. Yeah, it's him. Looks like a Tomcat. Well, that's hard to tell. I'm gaining on him. It's an A model. Really, honestly, I should have dropped those drop tanks before I got into that last dogfight. That might have helped me a little bit. Get a little bit more of an edge on those turns. 7 miles out. Let's make him think about it a little bit. Sorry about that piercing noise, y'all. Sorry about that. I'll turn that down just a hair. It's our sidewinders. I just want to close on him just nice and slow. 6 miles, 6.5. Love that livery. Where's he going for? Oh, I wonder if he's going for one of our friendlies. Alright, we gotta get to him. Speed up, speed up. Oh yeah, now he's turning. Now he's fleeing. Fox 2 short. Oh, go for it, Fox 2. I don't know if it can reach him. I have no idea. I'll tell you what, he is not flaring. So either he doesn't see the missile, or he doesn't think it'll hit him, which I'd be willing to bet he's probably right. He's probably right. That missile is probably trashed, but maybe it'll make him think about it. Turn around, come on, fight me like a man. Come on, man. I only have one more Phoenix left. Okay, well this will be a good last thing to do then. Let me get this guy. He's locked and he does not seem to mind. Fox 1 maybe? Fox 1. Last Fox 1 off the rails. 8 miles. Whew, 36,000 feet. Oh, that one he's starting to think about a little bit. Well, it lost track. If you're maneuvering, I'm going to be able to catch up to you, sir. This isn't going to go very well for you. Sorry about me. Keep looking down, guys. I keep having to look at chat down here on my kneeboard. Oh, his wings are out. He's going slow. Oh, this poor Tomcat. He's coming in for a merge. Yeah. Not quite, Jester. Or AWACS. Are my wings stuck? Hold up a second. Oh, I'm just really, really high up in the air. I was like, I'm going 300 knots and my wings are back. What is happening? No, I'm just really high up in the air. I think I'm just going to catch up to this dude, apparently. I'm losing up my up from the down. Okay. That's down. Got a little too spinny there. He's still going up. What is that? Oh, it's drop tanks. Hey, bud. Have you realized what's happening? Yes, I've been trailing you. This isn't gonna end well, sir. I hate to tell you this. Oh! Hey, nobody saw that? In fact, nobody saw that. What the? Come on. Come on. He's right on the canopy rail. No, he's not. He's just above my head. Woo! When you're going that slow with your wings back, it is not easy to fly this thing. I would love if my wings would come out, but I don't think it's going to let me up this altitude. It's not a nice rolling system, though. Three, four Gs. 250 knots. Airway is high. He's rolling over. He can't maintain that same climb rate that I can. Come on, bud. Whew, he's got a turn rate that's crazy, though. I could put my real flaps down. Oh, man, what are you doing? Apparently pulling for an overshoot. Nice. Nice. That's a problem. No, no, that's a big problem. No, we're going to salvage this. We've got so much altitude, we're going to salvage this. Nope. Nope. We're falling out of the sky. This ain't good. We are actually rolling. Okay, let's try to put a little bit of... Which engines? We still got both engines, no flight controls. Let's get a little bit of emergency flight hydraulics. Turn that on. Try to get a little bit of AOA on the plane. 14,000 feet. This is not going well. It is just spinning. Trying to pull up or something. It's just spinning. 10,000 feet. I'm out. The annoying thing about this seat is that once I punch out, it continues to get telemetry from the plane that is still hurtling back towards the Earth, which is incredibly frustrating for when I'm just chilling in the parachute, because right now if I turn this back on, it is rumbling like because the plane is still hurtling back towards the Earth. And now that I hit the ground, now it's good. But it's a little bit, it's just one of the quirks, one of the many quirks of the system. That didn't go as planned. He totally pulled for that overshoot, and it worked well. And I had hit him multiple times. I thought I had hit him enough that that would work. Let's go ahead and leave server and start a new server. Or not a new server. Let's start a new private mission. That's the carrier landing one. Mission carrier landing practice. There we go. Make sure that all the stuff is set up for that. Because if I get in and my gear handle is down when it's up in the game, oh man, that's a mess. When it's opposite of what it is in game, that's frustrating. So you have to, because sometimes even if you do it on pause, it'll still put that input in after you unpause it, and that's always an adventure. All right, let's do this thing. This requires a little bit more focus from my part, so I'm gonna need to think a little bit more. Landing mode, tack in. 165 is what I want that to be at. Whoa, I'm going up a lot. Maintain my about 800 feet. Go ahead and contact the boat. I know that technically BRC is going to be a 174 for this, if I believe. 173 is visibility, or is BRC, so it's going to be 164 is going to be my actual runway heading. Alright. Alright. 2-way, see you at 10. Alrighty. Now we can go ahead and make sure that we're in carrier mode for our hook bypass and put down our hook. Make sure our wings are all the way swept back. I was learning about some Case 2 and Case 3 carrier landings the past couple days. I'll tell you what, guys, those look like a huge pain. No, it's just a whole other order of things and a whole other way of doing it, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to learn a whole new set of things. It's going to be interesting. And the challenging part is that you don't get to look out. You're just, if you're doing it right, you're just looking in here. That's all you get. You could turn off this upper monitor for me, I need to speed up a bit. I'm going real slow. Wings are back good at 700 feet. A little bit more altitude wouldn't hurt me. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm going to go ahead and go for the overhead brake, and then I'm going to line up after I come around and bring my gear and flaps down, DLC out, and all that jazz. Hey, I forgot to see you at 10. It's 8 miles out. Well, that's important. I ought to do that real quick. And I'm drifting up in altitude a bit. I'm really fast. There we go. That's a bit better. And he's going to call overhead at like 5 miles out. Every time. I don't know why. Alright, there we go. That's 350 knots, and that's about 900 feet, so that'll be alright. That'll work. Sweet. Alrighty. Now, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the HUD cam just because I like to have that little bit more visibility because this canopy rail is just so obnoxiously in my vision. I was watching some footage of some people fly the F-16 and I was like, oh man, it's beautiful. I was watching the Hoff, he posted a landing video and I was like, man, there's just so much visibility compared to what I get. It's just so different. It's fascinating. Alright, I'm getting a little bit high up in altitude now, a little bit quick, so I'm going to slow down and try to bring it, get out to like 1.2 miles, and then I'll go ahead and brake. Alright, that's 1.5. Engines to idle. Speed brake out at 300 knots. Go ahead and bring the wings out. Woo, I don't want to be diving down too much. I want to keep a relatively level turn. 250 gear come out. 200, the flaps come down. Because I'm nice to the flight crew. The book says 225, but they would often do it at 200 because it would be a little bit nicer on the people maintaining it. And it's a little bit nicer on the plane, so you have less of a risk of jamming them. If you start putting them down a little bit overzealous at 225, you might get them down at 250 and jam them. So it's just kind of a, best precaution to go ahead and put it down at 200. Alright, I can go ahead and deploy the DLC. You saw him pop out in my mirror. Wiggle, wiggle. Love it. Alright, 1.2 miles. Doing great. Doing great. Going a little quick. I can go ahead and arrest my descent rate. 600 feet's right about where I want to be. And I was learning about how to utilize that auto throttle. That's what I've been training myself in more recently. And I'll tell you what, that is a useful skill. Using that auto throttle is particularly helpful when you're coming in for landings. It's a little bit of a fight to get used to it, but if you can get it real lined up and it can be helpful. It's just that it's going to be reactive. It's a reactive software. It's not something that is thinking ahead and is doing something it's not predicting anything. It's reacting based off what it sees. When the AOA goes below the datum line, it brings the throttle up. When the AOA goes above it, then it brings it down. And that's more or less all it does. It's not the most sophisticated system. About 2.4 miles out, go ahead and start my roll over to the left. Add a little bit of throttle so I don't fall out of the sky, but I am a little bit high, so I can fall a little bit. About 800 feet, I ought to be down to like 500. Alright, gear, flaps, hook. We're good. Brakes down at spoiler brake, but no anti-skid. Make sure that datum line, or that vector line starts coming in, which it is. Alright, 500 feet. Here comes the beep beeps. I'm going to overshoot that line. Yeah, pretty significantly overshot it. Oh, I'm a little bit quick. Alright, it's alright. I'm doing good. I'm also a little bit far back, so I might gain some altitude right here. There's the beep beeps I was talking about. A little late, radar altimeter. Go ahead and set my barometric pressure at 9.3 instead of 9.2. Alright, there we go. That's a bit better of a glide slope. I like that a bit more. Ought to go a little left. Get back on the vector a little bit closer. A bit more left. I'm not seeing myself on the flocks. I think I'm low. Yeah, I'm real low. Yeah. I'm giving it more power. Don't you worry, LSO. Don't you worry, LSO. Everyone's Jester in my mind, apparently. Oh, man. Was that not a beautiful 3-wire? I mean, if it weren't for not the best approach, that was pretty decent, y'all. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take that. I gotta go ahead and get off the deck, though, because... Yeah. Make sure there isn't anybody. There's nobody else behind me, but I gotta get off the deck. But I am pretty happy with that. He's gonna tell me to fold my wings. Yup. Do that. Bring this back. And you gotta wait for him to deflate the airbags. But that went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Got a 3-wire. 3-wire is not... And honestly, half the time I'll float right over the wires. It's got to stay in bomb mode or in, 62 degrees for a while until that horizontal stabilizer authority light goes out, which it has gone out, which means I should be able to start bringing them all the way back relatively soon. It's about 15 seconds. Probably ought to watch the taxi director, huh? Yeah, it's just telling me to come forward. Come on. Oh, I was thinking about it. There it is. There's the horizontal tail authority lights there, and it's there in real life. Alright, where's the taxi director? Alright, handing me off. Sorry, man. Sorry I wasn't paying attention to you guys. I promise I'm not gonna sling the boat off the end of the, or sling the ship off the end of the boat. That would be really unfortunate. Alright, give me 1 second to read that message so I don't actually do that, because that'd be really hilarious. Alright, there we go. Alright, what'd you say? Medford here. You can't hear in-game audio. Well, that's gonna be important. Y'all haven't been able to hear in-game audio the whole time? That's fascinating. Yeah, I can see that. It's muted. Oh, no. You telling me this has been muted the whole time? Wait a second. At what point did that happen? Because it definitely was fine at one point, and now it's mute. Well, I apologize. Thank you for letting me know. It's kind of unfortunate, but, you know, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I guess it's alright. Yeah, but, yeah, how long has that been an issue? That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, well. Let's do a little bit of... Not options. Let's do another mission. Let's do some... You know what? Let's do another target practice, but let's try to hit some ground targets with some GBU-10s, or maybe even some Mark 82s. I think that's a better idea. Let's do some Mark 82s. Well, that's so silly that there hasn't been game audio. That's gonna be my bad, y'all. Somehow I didn't catch that. I wonder how long that's been an issue. I'm gonna have to watch it back. Weird. Alright. Oh, Gudada.
Gudada, in field 1. Request taxi to runway.
Should I turn off the lights? That's what I'm debating. Then red floods. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. That's 94845. That's what I want. Bring it forward. Here we go. Fascinating. Yeah, I guess y'all haven't been able to hear it this whole time. That's so frustrating. Hopefully that doesn't end up being a continued issue. Hopefully it just works from now on. Alright, what do we have for munitions? Select ordnance. Ooh, 14 Mark 82s. That'll be fun. Oh, my speed brake is out. That's gonna be important. Bring my wings out, because nobody's on the taxiway. Nobody will mind. That's purdy. Maintain that center line. That'd be good. Alright, bring the flaps down. And so something else, I can show you guys this. This would be a full flaps field takeoff. And what happens with this one, I'll show you, is a little bit different than some of the other takeoffs, or the other takeoffs that I've done. The really, really low one, the more standard one that I did most recently, and then this one is going to be, well, you'll see. Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot to ask for clearance. Oh well. Thank you. Appreciate it, Gudada. He always makes an exception for me. Alright. So, throttle up. My fuel's at 16,000. We're at... Alright, there we go. And honestly, I've gotten so used to having nose wheel steering off for takeoff that having it on is starting to trip me up even more, because I'm starting to be all, like, it's extra touchy compared to what I'm used to. Alright, so 130 knots is where I'm going to rotate with full flaps. And I'm up. That took like a third of the runway. You know what I mean? But the problem is now I got to wait for my gear to go up to bring my flaps up, which means I need to slow my speed down, because if I get faster than like 225 knots, I'm going to jam my flaps. But a good way to try to not get going too quick is to maintain a relatively high, nose high attitude on takeoff. Because if you start to push down the stick, you're going to start to gain it speed. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and do air to ground. And I don't think I've got the lantern pod equipped. Let's hop in the jester seat real quick. Oh, I do have the lantern pod equipped. Fascinating. Well. Yeah. It's cooling off, warming up as it needs. Looks like I've got 2 sidewinders as well as my Mark 82s. It's a purdy morning. Quite purdy. Master arm on. Hey, there we go. We have life. It's amazing. Alright, I know that there are bad guys over at waypoint 2. There we have it. 5 minutes out if I'm at this speed. That feels a little bit excessive. Excessively slow. 1 degree left. Here, I'll turn this down the way you guys can see that a little bit better. So I'm looking, this is where I'm supposed to fly. It's going to tell me right or left and how many degrees I need to turn. And then this is time till I get to the target. Time to target area, time to TIG. I don't actually know what it stands for, but it's basically telling me time to target area, time to drop zone, whatnot. All right, let's go ahead and make sure that we get selected ordnance. We go ahead and ripple them. Let's do 4 at a time. And let's do them timer 100 milliseconds piece. Alright, that way we've got a little bit of a spread, but not too crazy much of a spread. Hopefully they'll still hit relatively close together. I need to get my red cup. For those of y'all who might not have been here when I was streaming a little over a year ago, but I used to stream with the same Starbucks red cup, red sippy cup, every single stream. I still got that cup. I love that cup, but I just haven't used it in a while. I ought to start using it again. This bottle has been my bottle for every single day for a while. Alright, 2 minutes out. Now, I'm not actually going to use the lantern pod for targeting. I'm going to use it just for sighting myself in, flying it in. I'm going to get a little bit of altitude, then dive in pretty steep as to hopefully not immediately trigger the AAA. Hopefully survive a little bit of AAA. Imagine that they never just let you take off. Dude, literally, I had a time that was earlier today. I was trying to take off from Gudada and I accidentally clicked the abort takeoff button. And I'll tell you what, DCS is terrible with their air traffic control stuff, because I went to just take off again, and it was like, it just kept saying Enfield, hold short, Enfield, hold short, Enfield, hold short. And it was just like, or hold position. And it just said that legitimately every like 5 seconds or so until I took off and just turned off the radio. Because I've got that bound to one of my potentiometers over here. And I was just like, yeah, you're done. Because like, what the heck? That was particularly dumb. All right, 45 seconds out. I'm going to go ahead and roll in. This might be a bit early of a roll in, but it'll work. Alright, so what do you guys think about this? I had an idea. What if I added a filter to my voice that was the same as the radio filter? Would it be absolutely unbearable? Probably. I'm curious of your thoughts. Alright. I'm going to try to pull a good amount when I drop these. That way I get a little bit of a spread on them. Alright, there's my pull-up marker. Oh, yeah, pretty good. A little short, but pretty good. Hit one of them. It's fun. All right, let's do that again. make sure they're all selected. Keep the same settings. I think that AAA is going to be active this time, so I do have to be a little bit more careful. Maybe I'll go for that, because I know that there's a AAA on that little, not the far turn, on the far right side of that, but on the turn, next turn down. So this turn is like right around here. He's like right around that crook. Alright, now I've got a good bit of altitude. Yeah, true. Looks fair. Alright, let's get this one. That AAA is not going to be happy with me, but we're going to have to just go in fast and lob some bombs at him and hope he doesn't spray us with some bullets, because that's often what happens. We're going to stay high, and then we're going to roll in. Going so fast. Woo, okay, that was not going to hit. Abrams destroyed, though. Oh. You know, it's hard to tell. I think I hit him, though. Yeah, it looks like a hit. Sweet. Alright, there's at least one more guy over there, but I don't know if it's worth trying to go for him. I think I might. Feeling confident. It's always a dangerous thing. I have no idea where he is, if I'm being honest. Might just go for that tank pile again, because I know that there's a good number of them over there that could shoot at me. They're just not nearly as precise as those AAA are. Those are particularly good at shooting you down. So you gotta always watch out for those. These tanks can get you, but they usually don't. That smoke plume is right blocking my vision. There we go. Like, I don't want to roll in and have to fly through the smoke plume and drop my bombs through the smoke. That seems like a bad idea. Or even worse, try to pull up through the smoke. I might even hit the first plane. Hope it doesn't hit me. Yeah. Pretty decent. Either those are high drag bombs, or I am flying insanely fast, which I mean I am, but those have got to be high drag bombs, because those are blowing up so far behind me compared to what I'm used to Mark 82s blowing up. They're just snake eyes, yeah? Yeah, they're just snake eyes. Well, I don't know. And it's good to know that I should not predict it. That little tiny dot that says on the HUD of where it's going to drop, that is exactly where it's going to drop. You know what I mean? You have to put that exactly on it. Which is a bit of a challenge. Okay, now I'm getting locked. This is not going to be good. I'll see. Oh, whoa! We got hit. We're good. We're going to survive this one. We're not going to get taken out by this. I don't know what got hit, but it ain't taking us out of this fight. I saw where from, too. Alright, we still got all our hydraulic pressure. We still got both engines. No warning lights. Fuel's good. No fires. Fuel temp's good. Or, you know, engine temp. We're getting some shutters, which is not good. Make sure our wings can go out. Let's go ahead and just go back to Gudada. What do y'all think? Let's just go ahead and TACAN into Gudada. Make sure that this is set to... Oh, wait, well, hang on. Make sure that my TACAN is set. Yeah, transmit receive 51 X-ray. My TACAN is set. Great. Now, the CRS for the Gudada runway is 235, I do believe. Let me... I don't know. There's my kneeboard. Yeah. Great. I have all this stuff written down. No, I think it's 325. Yeah, it's 325, not 235. That points me into the water. Yeah, that's right. 325. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's try to maintain our altitude at a decent altitude. Yeah, definitely something's up. I don't know if it's rudder or my wing feels like it might be clipped in some kind of manner. Whew. A little bit drifty. It's a little bit exciting. All right, Gudata, we're on the way.
Gudata, in field 1, inbound.
I got a little too cheeky with those AAA. It was bound to happen. All right, 278 for 14. It's a little bit more to the right. And I'm going straight in for a straight in landing. I'm not going in for an overhead brake or anything. Alright. So, basically how I'm reading this instrument, this lower instrument, is the little caret on the outside of the ring is where the compass is pointing me, and then the line that I set, the CRS line, is basically the radial off of that point that I want. So if you think about that point being like a compass, or I guess like a circle, I want the line going off of that at a certain degree, as if, you know, top was 0 and then going around 360 degrees. It's like that is a radial, and so I'm trying to get the 325 radial from the TACAN beacon that's over there that I know is at that runway. My altimeter's already set and everything. Radio works. That's bad. Why does it look like fire? Okay, it's the sunset. Holy cow, that scared the crap out of me. I saw this orange right here, and that's the same orange you see when there's flames coming out of the engine. And not the good kind of flames, like the bad kind of flames. Ones that you need to pull the fuel shut-off things for. Which I think I ought to add a couple more LEDs in here, that way you can see some of the other elements of this a bit better, because I think some of these elements are cool, and I ought to show them off a little bit more. Okay, I'm really high up to be in the pattern, so we're gonna do something not technically legal, but it's fine. No deal. I just want to get down to like a couple thousand feet. There, 12 times, yeah, 3,600 feet. Yeah, that's where I want. Basically what I do is I times the range times 300, and that's how many feet off the ground I should be, roughly, for how far away I am from an airport. And that is, I mean, the roughest estimation ever. It is not the most accurate in the world. Alright, I'm almost 10 miles out, almost ready to drop the gear. I can go ahead. Onto master arm, though. That's out. Getting pretty close to a good spot right here. Real slow. That isn't helping me. I'll speed it up a bit. Almost on the radial. It's coming in on the left side. Ought to still keep flying left. It's definitely rolling me left. I'm going to just try to roll trim for it. Hopefully that'll stop this issue. I don't think anything else. I'm still getting TACAN just fine. I'm still getting all my radios. My radar works. Because my waypoints wouldn't work if my radar didn't work. Alright. 8 miles out. I'm going to go ahead and drop the gear and trim for it. Once I get down to a decent speed. Here goes the speed brake. And 225. Almost 200. Come on, 200. You got it. There we go. 200, flaps go down. With a little bit less throttle. Might help. I keep flying left off this. Not quite on the runway heading. Yeah.
In field 1, request landing.
Here we go. DLC engaged. Hello. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, what is this? What is this nose pointed down dramatic? This is exciting. Really, really high coming up into this. I'm 5 miles out and 2,000 feet. I should be at like 1,500 feet. I am very, very much higher than where I need to be. Slow it on down, slow it on down. Descend like a bit of a rock. Alright, 4.4, 16. It's alright, it's closer. Got some major pilot-induced oscillations going on over here, which is not fun. Speed is getting around where I want. AOA is pretty good. Don't worry about that lineup. 12, okay, 3.6, 12,000 feet's alright. A little bit high now. Should be at like 900. Coming up on 900 right now. Now I'm a little bit low. Go. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure the brakes are set. We're going to want those. Anti-skid spoiler brakes are going to be helpful. Landing gear checked. Always got to check it. I don't know, he stresses me out every time he says that, though, I'll tell you what. Like, it would have been, this would have been a good approach to set up the auto throttle, I feel like, if it wasn't broken, if this plane wasn't fighting me. It's definitely shuddering. Yeah, there's minimums. I'm definitely a little bit off the runway, so I'm going to try to get back on it at this last second here, which is always the best idea. Good thing there's no crosswind. Real slow, a little slow. There we go. Intercept the glide slope right there at the end, as it should be, as should be. On speed, psh, nah. Just go for it. Alright, here it goes, here it goes. We're gonna have to, come on. There it goes. Alright, keep it on the runway, keep it on the runway. That does not sound good. Certainly shuddering more than it usually does. Certainly sounds like something is going, but I don't know how they would have popped a tire. Hey, that's the end of the runway. I was going a little quick on that landing, huh? Which is fascinating because it was definitely telling me to speed up, so it must have been really low then. Huh. Well, there you have it. I was able to land. Wasn't too much of an error that it jammed too much of my flaps or anything. Definitely messed with my flight controls, and it's definitely, even if I stop right now, like, parking brake on, hands off the controls, it is shuddering. Annika and I had this same exact bug the other day. So, even if I turn off an engine, which I'm going to because I'm, am I at 10,000? Okay, I thought it says 200 pounds, and I was like, there is no way I'm at 200 pounds of fuel. That would have been insane. I have accidentally landed at like 1,100 pounds of fuel though. Wasn't watching it. Watch, even if I turn off an engine to try to taxi at a better speed. Not the vital engine that turns off all my instrumentation. That would suck. But look, I'm gonna turn off the engine's enough to get over to here. Watch this. Ready? Ready, 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 ready. Both engines off. Parking brake engaged. And watch, I'll just start turning shit off. Do you like these warning lights that come on for my roll and yaw stab over here, which are my the pitch, yaw, stab. Or sorry, pardon me. Pitch, roll, yaw, augmentation, stability augmentation. Basically the relatively close to fly-by-wire system. Fly-by-wire before fly-by-wire. It's kind of how I describe it. Look at this. So I'll open the canopy, which will rumble the seat a bit because it's, you know, very rumbly. That's honestly way more rumbly than some other stuff is. But I am getting like a lot of shudders right now. Look at this. Zeros on the engines. Nothing happening in the plane, and yet it's just shaking. What's happening? Alright. Well, I don't know what this bug is. It's weird. Choose a slot. Let's go do another air-to-air couple battles. What do y'all think about that? Is that what I want? Yeah. So, the reason I've got a couple air-to-air F-16s and a couple different F-16s is because Evan will sometimes fly on this server, and I think that he will at some point. Maybe not today, because I know he's waiting on some parts for his joystick to come in, but relatively soon I'm sure he'll fly with us. We've been enjoying flying some planes together. His preferential plane is the F-16, which is respectable, but it also, you have about 5 minutes of full blower and you're out of gas. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's useful and it's fun. It's a pocket rocket for sure, but it's not necessarily quite as useful as something like the F-14 for long flights, for long-range intercepts, stuff like that. You know, for staying sustained in the fight for a long period of time. Something like this might be more beneficial. Alrighty. Let's do this. Good order.
Field 1. Request taxi to runway.
I was a little bit worried that he wouldn't respond there for a second. It took a little bit too long for my liking. I was like, oh, Gudona, what happened? Want to talk about it, man? Alright. We are in field mode, because that is what we want. Make sure that those are set. So turn back on. Do that. Alright, I'm going so slow. Let's scoot up just a little bit. You know, if they've developed the catapult for carriers, they should figure out some sort of aircraft magazine. So they can just, you know what I mean? Like stack them and just, it'll be even quicker to get them just launched. Pshow, 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 you know what I mean? Stack them like vertically or something. I think that's a great idea. Jester is not going to be able to help me. Tower is.
Field 1. Request takeoff.
Alright. Let's do a little air-to-air. I think after this I'm going to do some night landings. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe even on marinas. Change up the map a little bit. Shake it up. But I think within the next couple days, expect to see another stream from me that's desktop stuff. So like, maybe not necessarily Wii games because I don't have it all on this PC set up yet, but definitely expect to see some stuff that's with me at the desk instead of me in the pit. All right, here we go. Finna be in the pit. That was a stupid joke. I apologize. All right, let's do this thing. 30, 150, and whoop. Beautiful takeoff. Love that. I mean, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I forego how beautiful this game was. I forego sometimes. Yeah, I know there's a friendly over there. I love that I can turn my head all the way around and back by basically just turning it to a little bit to the right or to the left. I gotta love head tracking. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do air to air. Turn on the gun rate to high, that way he doesn't fly between the bullets. Turn to radar, TID repeater. And gain some altitude before I spawn in any enemies, because otherwise I'm going to be a sitting duck. So I've noticed that I've had better success with this radar being at higher altitude than lower altitude, which makes sense. It's probably getting less ground clutter and it's less obstructed, but so usually I'll gain a good amount of altitude before going into a fight just to be able to see them better with this radar. I don't think it's a hard capability or a hard restriction in any ways. It's not like something that's impeding your ability to fly at those altitudes or anything. It's just definitely you're going to get better results higher up. Alrighty, let's do, yeah, HAS 37. I don't know where he's gonna spawn in. This is gonna be exciting. Here, let's do, AWACS. Give me a picture. I should ask for bogey dope. That would have been nice. I'm sorry, AWACS, you're gonna have to repeat that.
Overlord 1-1 in field 1. Request bogey dope.
What? Okay. I mean, I'll believe you, but I'm gonna scroll out and look at the map just to check. Okay. Well, apparently the AWACS is blind because the map says it was there. I don't like to cheat and use the map, but occasionally you do have to use it to be able to confirm whether or not the game is confused or you're actually confused. It's a little, oh, saw him on radar for a second there. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. There he is, about 25 miles out, 32 miles out. Oh, now you see him. Thank you, AWACS. Should I fire a missile at him? I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna go. There we go. I think I'm just gonna go with a normal dogfight with this guy. I think that's gonna be more fun. I gotta brush up on my dogfighting skills anyway. My skills when it comes to missiles is basically fire it and then kind of sit back and take a nap. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think my dogfighting is where I need to actually train. And dodging and predicting some of the missiles or maneuvers that missiles are gonna do would be beneficial. It's all about that situational awareness and being able to visualize the fight as from like a third-person perspective, or however you visualize it best, to be able to understand how you're moving in relation to them and the ground and their missiles and whatnot. Just think about it, if this was a heavily contested area, I wouldn't want to turn a direction that points me back towards, you know, their base. I would want to, maybe if I was injured, want to be pointing myself back towards my base. The plane's wounded or something, right? I don't want to be disoriented in the fight and start to bug out in the wrong direction. That would be really unfortunate, especially if it has, you know, AAA in the area, stuff like that. So it's all about having that situational awareness. It's a necessity. Gaining on him. Oh, he's turned hot. Okay. He wants to fight. Well, that's an interesting profile. I wouldn't call that a fighting profile. That looks like a flanking profile. That is the side of your plane, sir. It is a silhouette, if I have never seen one. Is he flying away now? Yeah, he's still merging. 9.7 miles. 9 miles. What does this dude think he's doing? Now he's running. Oh, did he hit the mountain? Oh, nope, nope. There it goes. There it goes. I love that the Sidewinder kept track of him better than the radar did. That's hilarious. That Sidewinder tone guided me right into him. That was very, very helpful. I'll turn down that Sidewinder tone so it isn't obnoxious for y'all. Oh, now he's really close. Box 2. Oh, dang, it went right for that flare, too. Oh, man. Alright, well, comes down to this. Comes down to the dogfight. Is he gonna flare again? Where's he going? He's flying away. He's flying away. 7 miles away. What are you doing? Is he trying to lure another missile off of me? Sir, you're going really nose high. We're going up at here at 26,000 feet. Sir, you're gonna stall. Sir, I stalled. This is a problem. Yeah. Did you stall, sir? Where'd you go? That was hysterical. I totally stalled the plane right there. Where'd he go? Ah, don't use the map, Emery. Don't cheat. Don't you cheat. There ain't no way that's him. No. I don't believe that. Those are friendlies. Okay. I was like, no way he's 55 miles away from me already. Where the heck did he go? Jester, do you see him? Jester, what happened? Where did they go, Jester? It's a real conundrum. Alright, give me a bearing. Come on, somebody give me a bearing.
Overlord 1-1, infield 1, request picture.
Give me a bra. Bra. Oh, seriously clean? There's no way it's clean. There's no way it's clean. How far am I away from home? 40 miles, not bad, okay. He's on R6. I just saw him on RWR. I knew he was going to be on R6. Where's he at? 3 o'clock. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Yes. Yes, there he is. Radar. No, I lost it. Okay. I'm going to try to get it myself. I think it's too far away. Might need to send a missile at him. Might get to enjoy this Phoenix. Where is he? He's in the notch. Ah, the dead zone of the F-14. That's how you elude me really well, man. Now, was I following a false RWR return? Because that's going to make this really challenging. No, he's still in front of me. We're good. Yeah, no, I should have just waited one more second. There it is. There it is. Go ahead and get camera on him, TCS on him. Yeah. Coming in hot. I'm gonna try to guarantee a kill. Wait until he gets real close. 6 miles. Fox 1. Oh, good track. I'm sorry, sir. Splash 1. That'll work. That'll work. Alright. Who's next? Let's do Ooh, I know that. F-14B guns only sounds awesome. Where's he at, though? Hopefully not right beside me. Not there. 259 for 22. Okay. Let's try to put our nose on 259-ish and see what we see. I mean, I see that friendly over at edges 40. 6,000 feet. Doesn't sound right. Alright, well. I do as they say. You better be guiding me in the right way. Nope, don't look at the map, don't look at the map. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna find him. So he'll pop up on RWR eventually, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't just end up on our 6. Alright, let's check our external tanks. What are we at? Oh, they're empty. Okay, great. Jester, you can go ahead and pickle those. Before we get into this next dogfight with the guy that is our same plane. Oh! Next time a call out would be awesome, Jester. I don't know why you had to be so silent. Spook me, Jester. You alright back there, buddy? Maybe I turned him down too quiet. How's it going back there, Jester? I'm sure he's doing fine. I'm sure he's doing fine. No, neither of those are what I want. Alright. I'm worried that he's going to be going after one of our buddies. No, okay, this is the right direction. He's definitely just flying in on the notch. If I fly super fast, I'll see him pop up on the radar. Guaranteed. Problem is, yep. What I say. There it is. You can't see because the stick is in the way, but 21 miles. Hey, Jester. Welcome back. We missed you. I think I had him turned all the way down. Alright, if I fly over Sochi, it's gonna spawn 2 more guys in that I do have missiles enough for. I could send a Fox 3. Yeah, Fox 3 on this guy. Fox 3 close. Fox 3 short. Angel 6. 17 miles. Uh-oh, 55 seconds. That can't be right. He's 16 miles away. It should not be that far away. Well, it's pulling lead. Pulling a lot of lead. 14 miles. I guess we'll see. Might trash it. Let's see. Oh, snap. Okay. Well, I'll have to deal with that in a bit. Should I deal with that now?
Target.
Yeah, that's worth a shot. We're gonna be starting up over here. There's 2 of these guys that start up over here. I know, Jester. You're all good. Calm down. I'll try to get at least one of these guys. Oh, got one. That was the one taxiing, so that's the one that kind of matters. I think I hit that one enough too. Yeah, I totally did. That's perfect. That was a great run. All right, let's go get that F-14. Try to find him first. That's gonna be the trick. Where'd he go? I think another thing I will do will be change the angle of the stick so that I can see a bit better, because I don't want to have to lean forward to see the TID all the time. It's kind of frustrating. But I have no idea where this dude is, and it's starting to stress me out a bit.
I've got some dirt on the nose.
On the nose, yeah, that's the carrier. I'm gonna check the map. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. He's totally going for our AWACS or the tanker. I've got him stationed a good 40, 50 miles offshore over here just to keep him out of the fight. And they should be invisible. I think the AWACS is invisible, but the tanker is not. I think they're probably going after that tanker. I do believe. Man, I can't seem to get it back on radar though. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get a little bit more altitude because we know that they're up at, last we saw, Angels 11. Where'd he go? He's still out in front of us. Gotta chase him down. Come on, man. There he is. Oh, get back here. If I can get a lock on, that looks like it could be a friendly, though. The way that's turning like that, could be an orbit. It's hard to tell. I don't know why I'm not seeing them on the radar, though. I'm just not getting anything. I'm gonna try the automated mode to see if I can get that. Oh yeah, that's absolutely. That's absolutely him intercepting our friendly. I don't know how well this is gonna go.
Friendly, E3.
That's an E3, alright.
14 miles. You spiked a buddy.
I know.
Target, 13 miles.
But our buddy's going down. 205. Is that the buddy still? Yeah, that's still the buddy. Where is he? Where is he? I gotta get him.
Party time. There is a bandit. F-14, 2 o'clock, 6 miles.
Got you. I see it. Hope that's not the moon. Yeah, it's the moon. That's funny. I am low on fuel, 6,400 pounds. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? idea where he went. I'm losing my mind, you guys. Why do I keep losing? 117 for 15. Okie dokie. That's basically behind me.
Oh, there's George, 7 o'clock.
Well, it's a good thing we're turning around then. There he is. Immediately see him on the radar. It's crazy how that works. He's jamming us. That was exciting. You can see the line on it.
Copy. Can't do that.
Ah, you can't lock him? Rats. How did he get beside us or around us? That's a challenge. Have to check that on how dumb I was and flew right past him on deck view or something. Yeah, he keeps blipping in and out of the radar anyway. I wonder if he just turned and I turned a different way and we just kind of went, woo. Never saw each other.
Fuel choker.
Yeah, that's not good. There he is. Low.
Looks like nails, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And dirt, 11 o'clock. Target, 11 miles.
Is that him? Surely not. That's the boat. Surely he's not going for the boat, is he?
We locked a buddy. It's a friendly.
That's not going to end well for him.
That's a buddy. Target, 6 miles.
That might be him, though.
Party time, 11 o'clock low. Speed 440. 12 o'clock low.
This is him. He's at 2,300 feet. That can't be a boat. Boats aren't that high up. Oh!
480.
Here we go.
12 o'clock low. We're fast at 520.
Oh, I thought I'd spritz him with a
You're
couple.
right behind him. Closing.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
There's 360. We're on the 6. Time to clean him in front of him.
Oh, I've got you, buddy. I'm low on fuel. Oh, I'm gonna turn faster than you, buddy. Oh, if I don't fall out of the sky first. Woohoo!
4 o'clock low.
That was exciting. Pulled a little too much. I ought to watch my AOA a little bit more than that.
Speed is 300. On his 6. Go get him.
Ah, see, now he didn't continue that turn.
360 knots.
He's doing some maverick maneuvers here. Giving me his entire profile to shoot at. Thank
Bandit is
you.
down.
Splash! Literally. Alright, 5,000 pounds of fuel, and we don't have a broken plane. Rats counter +1. Oh, rats counter. I've missed the rats counter. It's good to have it back.
10 o'clock high. 12 miles.
Don't psych me out like that, Jester. Also, we already dropped the drop
We're
tanks.
at 380. Dropping tanks.
We already did.
Switching to our home base.
Yeah, we already dropped the tanks, bro. We're all good. Alright, home base and TACAN. 50 miles. Good.
There's
Heavenly
350.
day. Alright. Well, we will get down to max conserve. Well, I mean, that's always an option. What is the Truman frequency? 75 X-ray. I mean, there we go. I got it. I'm on frequency now. Alright, let me get a couple miles out from him, like 12 miles out, turn around, come back in. Also descend a lot. Get into landing mode, carrier mode. Honestly, why not just land at the carriers right here rather than flying 50 miles back to the land? We've already seen us land at the land a couple times. Alright, master arm off. Spoiler brakes on, but no anti-skid because we don't want to... Oh, another fun thing for you guys, if you guys are still sticking around. I've got an oxygen mask that I 3D printed. And I've got a little blower fan underneath the seat and everything that I can actually turn up the vent airflow and plug the mask into it and get fresh air in the cockpit, because it does actually get pretty hot in here. And I think that'll be, it has been a particularly nice addition to have. So when it gets a little hot or whatever, just give yourself a nice little breeze or anything, because you don't even necessarily have to hook up the mask. You can just blow some fresh air. But I think it's like a barbecue blower fan. It works great. Alright. I think I need to speed up a bit, but also get my altitude down a little bit. Because we're alright if we're staying around bingo or a little over bingo. We're at 4,700 pounds right now. I think the next stream I'm going to try to set up a better camera angle for you guys. Because I don't know if I love this. I'll have to watch it back and see what I think. But even just as I was setting it up, I kept fiddling with it and kept trying to find a way that I liked. And I couldn't find something that I liked. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, it's not going to be on there. Sure.
Marshall 208. Marking Mops 321 411. Angels 3.5. State 4.7.
Hey, nice. Expected BRC is 67. Whoa. Oopsie. Sorry, I was setting my CRS. 6.7. I'm not used to having these wings back. It's a little bit strange. A little bit floppy. I think I acts kind of like a pencil. Flies like a pencil, you know? There is no way it is flying 6.7. Oh, no, it is. I just wasn't. I just didn't fly off of it straight back. I thought I did. Ah, well. Losing a little bit of altitude. Doing good. 4,500 pounds. I'm going to try to move over here to this right side, just to move up right onto that vector of 6.7. Just to kind of line myself up with the runway. Well, so the BRC is the base recovery course. That is the direction that the ship is moving. It isn't necessarily the way the runway is, because the runway is 9 degrees to the left of wherever the ship is. Because it doesn't point straight down the way the ship goes. It points a little bit to the left of it. A little bit high on altitude over here. So let's go ahead and move up our barometric pressure to 9.3. Make sure that we get that set. Go ahead and see you at 10.
208.
Under 10.
See you at 10.
We should start intercepting that vector pretty soon. I'm gonna start turning a little bit. I'm anticipating it. Yep, there it is. And being this close to it, we're gonna inevitably not need to do crazy large movements for that to change. It'll be pretty small movements. It was just very far off. Once we get it in, it'll be small movements the whole way. It's a little bit frustrating that it's basically into the sun. Don't love that. Oh, a little bit low. A little low and slow. Ended up being a little left. Pardon me, a little right of where I would like to be. So 6, 7, and then we're gonna add 9 degrees. Well, I guess subtract 9. So we're gonna go to 5, 8. Yep. 5, 8 is where we're gonna keep that for the runway heading. That'll be perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and put the hook down, make sure that we're in carrier mode. Wings are swept back. Overhead angels 2. A little bit higher off the ground than I need to be. Signal is Charlie, fabulous, love it, love it. A little high off the ground right now, but that's alright. 1300. It's a little higher than I'd like to be. I'd like to be closer to more like 800 on this overhead pass, so a little bit higher than where I'd like to be. Certainly slower than where I'd like to be, but check for a green deck. Looks good. Then I'm going to go out and extend to about 1.2 miles because that's where I like to extend to. A little far, but that's where I like to be. And there we go. Wings coming out. Speed brake out. And engines are at idle. And here comes the gear. And if you're seeing, I'm keeping it relatively level. And the flaps. A little bit of altitude gain on that, which is killing my speed. I'll try to line up on the reciprocal of the runway. Now I'm getting really slow. I don't need to be that slow. Pop my DLCs. Get a little bit better control over this thing. Pitch the nose up and trim it up because you're going to need it to be trimmed. There we go. There's the reciprocal on 1. There's the boat. Very high on altitude right now, 1,000 feet, and gaining is bad. I want to be at 600 feet right now. I am almost double that. So it's going to need to be some serious corrections on this last turn. Alright. Make sure my descent rate's a little bit nicer. Extend out to almost 2 miles. Let's say like there. 27-degree angle of bank, give it some power. By the books. Make sure you let that slip down to like 450 feet per minute down. But again, we're a little bit higher than we need to be at almost 1,000 feet. We're gonna let that dip a little bit lower than we usually do. Ooh, okay, I missed the line. Oh, I gotta turn sharp. Ugh. Okay, this is gonna be an exciting correction, y'all. Cause I missed that line. Something fierce. I was too close to the boat, I think, on the beam. I think I should go parallel with the BRC and then turn onto this. Alright. Pretty decent right here at this platform, but 700 feet, not 500 feet. I'm at under bingo. Not on flocks yet. It's literally into the sun. It's alright. It's good for me. That does not look like I'm on lineup. I'm certainly fast. Holy cow, I'm going fast. Oh man, I'm going fast. I don't think I'm gonna get this because my AOA is not right. I caught the AOA right at the last second. Oh man, that's a 3-wire. Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Looks like I got your dinner tonight. 3-wire, nice.
Ah, thank you, Chester. Appreciate it. Oh man, gotta love it. This is another 3-wire. Apparently I show up for streams. Apparently all I gotta do is stream this. Then apparently I can do it. Ah, yeah, wing fold. Wing fold, my bad. Speed brakes in, flaps coming in. Wait for those to come up. Then I can go ahead and pop the cover on this and bring the wings back. And now I can go ahead and taxi. Yeah. Turn right. Tell you what, I love the Super Carrier pack, but I do not love the fact that it costs like 30 bucks. It's so dumb. You know what I mean? Should absolutely come with any module that utilizes the Super Carrier, in my opinion. Yeah, I was going a little too quick. Got a little too overzealous. That's fair enough. But I would say that was honestly probably the most successful it could have been. I don't think I've actually gone out and landed out a carrier in a mission outside of it being, you know, take off and land from the same carrier, not like take off and go do stuff. I don't think I've actually gotten to put those together as of late. So this was a great test. This was very exciting. I know where I can do better, and I know what I have to work on. That was a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the evening, just so I can get ready for work tomorrow, because I gotta get up at a stupid time. So work/school is very early for me. But thank you guys for stopping by. I genuinely appreciate it. Each and every one of you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for stopping by. Like I couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are the life and soul, and you guys wouldn't. It wouldn't be fun if there wasn't people to interact with. You know. So I genuinely appreciate you guys coming out. Like thank you, and I hope you guys have a great evening. And as a thank you, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the final transition.